Are you tired? Not the kind of tired that goes away after a night of sleep. The kind of tired that follows you everywhere. Heavy legs, a foggy mind, a body aging before its time. You sit at your desk and the hours pass, but the energy never comes back. You have tried things. Maybe a gym membership you stopped using. Maybe a diet that lasted 2 weeks. Maybe promises you made to yourself on New Year's Day that quietly disappeared by February. But what if the answer was simpler than all of that? What if it was right outside your front door? Today we are talking about walking, specifically the science of what a simple daily walk does to your body and your brain over 30 days straight. Not running, not lifting weights, just walking. This is a great lesson for English learners who love science and real life. And what you are about to hear might surprise you, because the changes are not small. They are not slow. And they do not require anything except your 2 feet and 30 minutes of your day. Before this lesson ends, you will understand exactly what is happening inside you, your heart, your brain, your joints, your sleep, your mood, your creativity, all of it changed by walking. One step at a time, your body becomes new. That is not a motivational phrase. That is biology. And we are going to prove it together, lesson by lesson, right now. If you are ready to change your body with the simplest habit on earth, subscribe right now. This channel has more lessons like this one, and you will not want to miss them. Let's begin. Lesson 1. The number that changed the world. Here's the truth. The number 10,000 did not come from a doctor. It did not come from a scientist in a laboratory. It did not come from years of medical research. It came from Japan. In 1965, a Japanese company was selling a pedometer, a small device that counts your steps. They needed a name for their product. They chose the Japanese character that looks like a person walking, and that character, roughly translated, means 10,000 steps. The product was called Manpoke, the 10,000 step meter. It was a marketing decision, a business choice, not a prescription. And yet, something interesting happened. People started walking 10,000 steps, and their bodies started changing. Researchers noticed. Scientists studied it. And study after study confirmed what millions of people were already experiencing in their daily lives. The number works. Not because it is magic. Not because 10,000 is the perfect scientific number for every human body on Earth, but because it is enough. Enough movement. Enough time on your feet. Enough to push your body past the long hours of sitting still that modern life demands from you. Think about a man named Daniel. He works in an office, 8 hours a day, in a chair. He comes home tired, but not the good kind of tired. His back aches, his mind is slow. His evenings disappear into his phone. He has been living this way for 3 years. One day, a colleague shows him a step-counting app. Try 10,000 steps, she says. Just walk, that's all. Daniel laughs. He owns no running shoes. He has never thought of himself as someone who exercises. But he tries anyway. He parks his car further from the office. He takes the stairs instead of the elevator. He walks around the block after dinner instead of sitting on the couch. Small changes. Simple changes. By the end of week 1, something shifts. Not a dramatic change, not a movie transformation, just a quiet feeling somewhere in his chest that his body is waking up. We will follow what happens to Daniel and to you throughout this lesson. Because what comes next in your heart, your brain, and your sleep is more surprising than most people expect. One step at a time, your body becomes new. Lesson 2. What happens to your heart in the first week? Listen carefully. Your heart is a muscle, and like every muscle in your body, it responds to how you treat it. When you sit for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, your heart does the minimum. It beats. It keeps you alive. But it never gets stronger. It never gets more efficient. It simply maintains. And over months and years of sitting still, it slowly, quietly gets weaker. Now think about what happens when you start walking 10,000 steps every day. In the first few days, your heart rate rises during your walks. Your breathing gets a little faster. You might feel slightly tired. This is normal. This is your heart waking up, being asked to do something it has not done in a while. By day 4 or 5, something begins to change. Your heart starts pumping blood more efficiently. Your blood vessels, the tubes that carry blood through your body, begin to relax and open wider. Your blood pressure starts to drop. Not dramatically, not overnight, but the direction is clear. A body that sits all day gets stiff and slow. A body that moves every day gets stronger and lighter. There is a man many people know named David Goggins. He was not always the person he is today. At his heaviest, he weighed close to 300 pounds. He was exhausted. He was unhealthy. He felt trapped inside a failing body. He did not start with extreme workouts. He started with movement, consistent daily movement, one day at a time, and his body responded. There is no need to become David Goggins. But his story proves one thing. The body is not fixed. It is not permanent. It is waiting for a signal from you, and that signal can be as simple as a 30-minute walk. Think about the last time you climbed a flight of stairs and felt your heart pounding in your chest. That pounding is not weakness. That is your heart telling you it wants to be trained. It wants to be used. It is asking you to challenge it more often. By the end of your first week of 10,000 steps, your resting heart rate begins to fall. Your circulation improves. Your legs feel less heavy at the end of the day. Your body is learning a new rhythm. He woke up earlier. He walked before work. He moved his body every single day, and his heart grew stronger because of it. Your heart gets stronger with every step you take. That is not poetry. That is the simple, honest truth of what consistent walking does to the most important muscle in your body. And it begins in the very first week. Lesson 3. Your brain on walking. Have you ever noticed something strange? You sit at your desk for 2 hours trying to solve a problem. Nothing comes. Your mind goes in circles. You feel stuck, frustrated, heavy. Then you go for a walk. And somewhere between the 3rd and 5th minute, the answer arrives. Not because you were trying, but because you stopped trying and started moving. This is not a coincidence. This is chemistry. When you walk, your brain releases 3 powerful chemicals. Dopamine, the chemical that makes you feel motivated and rewarded. Serotonin, the chemical that makes you feel calm and balanced. And something called BDNF, which stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Now think about this. BDNF is sometimes called the fertilizer of the brain. It helps your brain grow new connections between cells. It repairs old pathways. It makes learning faster and memory stronger. And walking, simple, steady walking, causes your brain to produce more of it. Every time you take a long walk, you are not just exercising your legs. You are feeding your brain. Most people wait until they feel ready to start. They wait for motivation. They wait for the right moment. They wait until life is less busy, less stressful, less complicated. Strong people never wait for that moment. They walk until the clarity arrives, because it always does. If you struggle with anxiety, walking helps. If you feel low and unmotivated, walking helps. If your thoughts race at night and you cannot slow down, walking helps. Not because walking is a medicine, but because your brain was designed to function at its best when your body is in motion. Think about what happens to Daniel after 2 full weeks. He notices that his morning mood is different. He wakes up and does not immediately feel the weight of the day pressing down on him. He still has problems. He still has stress. But something in his mind is quieter, steadier, more ready. He tells a friend, "I don't know what changed. I just feel better." What changed, Daniel, is your brain chemistry. What changed is BDNF. What changed is 30 minutes of walking every morning before your brain had a chance to talk you out of it. The research on walking and the brain is clear. People who walk regularly show lower rates of depression, lower rates of anxiety, better focus during work, better memory as they age. The brain does not stay the same when you move every day. It grows. It heals, it sharpens, and it begins with a single walk. Lesson 4. The fat-burning secret nobody talks about. Most people believe that to burn fat, you need to push hard, run faster, sweat more, feel the burn. They sign up for intense workout classes. They buy expensive shoes. They push through pain for 20 minutes and then collapse exhausted on the sofa. And after 2 weeks, they stop because it is too hard, too painful, too much. Stay with me, because what I am about to tell you changes the way most people think about exercise. When you exercise at a very high intensity, your body burns carbohydrates for fuel. Fast energy, easy to access. Your body reaches for it first. But carbohydrates run out quickly, and when they do, many people hit a wall. They feel dizzy, tired, and done. Now here is what happens when you walk at a steady, moderate pace. Your body reaches for fat instead. Because the intensity is lower, your body has time to access its fat stores and use them for energy. This is called the fat-burning zone, and walking sits right in the middle of it. Walking burns fewer calories per minute than running. That is true. But you can walk for 45 minutes far more easily than you can sprint for 45 minutes. And the total fat burned over a long, steady walk is often greater than a short, intense run. Runners burn fast and quit early. Walkers burn steady and keep going. Think about Daniel at the end of week 3. He steps on the scale. He has not changed his diet. He has not joined a gym. He has simply walked 10,000 steps every day. And he has lost nearly 2 kilograms. Not from starvation, not from suffering, from walking. His clothes fit a little differently. His face looks a little less tired. His colleagues notice something has changed, though they cannot quite say what. No gym, no suffering, no complicated plan. Just walking. The simplest fat-burning tool in the world is already attached to your body. You just need to use it. If this lesson is opening your eyes, hit subscribe right now. There is more coming. More lessons like this one, built to give you real knowledge in clear, simple English. Lesson 5. How walking fixes your sleep. If you struggle to fall asleep at night, this lesson is for you. You lie in bed, your body is tired, but your mind will not stop. Thoughts about tomorrow, thoughts about yesterday, a conversation you had 3 days ago that you keep replaying. The ceiling does not change no matter how long you stare at it. You check your phone. 1 hour has passed, then 2. This is one of the most common problems in the modern world, and most people reach for a solution in the wrong direction. A sleep app, a white noise machine, a glass of wine, a sleeping pill. Here's what most people miss. Your sleep is not broken. Your rhythm is broken. Inside your body there is a clock, not a clock you can see or touch, but a biological clock that has been running since the day you were born. Scientists call it the circadian rhythm. It tells your body when to be awake and when to sleep, when to release energy and when to rest. One of the most powerful systems in your entire body, and it runs on 2 things, light and movement. When you walk outside in the morning, 2 things happen at the same time. Your eyes receive natural light, which tells your brain that the day has begun, and your body begins to move, which sends a signal that you are alive, active, and ready for the world. By evening, your body remembers that signal. It says, "We moved today, we were active. Now it is time to rest." And sleep comes more easily, more deeply, more naturally. Think about a woman named Clara. She is 34 years old. She goes to bed at midnight, but her mind stays wide awake until 2 or 3 in the morning. She wakes up exhausted. She drinks 3 cups of coffee before noon. She has lived like this for years. Her doctor suggests nothing dramatic, just this. Walk outside every morning for 30 minutes. No phone, no music, just walking and light. Clara is skeptical. Too simple, she thinks. But she tries. Nothing changes in the first 2 days, not even in the first 4. Day 7. She gets into bed at 11. Her eyes feel heavy. Her body feels ready. She is asleep before midnight for the first time in months. Day 14. She wakes up before her alarm, not exhausted, not desperate for coffee, just awake. Her body had not been broken. It had been confused. It needed a signal, a reason to know when the day started and when it ended. Walking gave it that reason. The change is not instant, but it is real. It is steady, and it builds on itself every single day. Your body learns when to rest because you give it a reason to move. Lesson 6. What sitting is really doing to your joints. Pause for 1 second. Right now, as you are listening to this, where are you? Are you sitting? Have you been sitting for the last hour? The last 2 hours? The last 4? Most people think that sitting is neutral, that it is simply rest, that it is giving your body a break from the effort of moving. But here is something most people have never been told about their own joints. Your cartilage has no blood supply. Cartilage is the soft tissue that covers the ends of your bones. It sits inside your knees, your hips, your ankles, your spine. It acts as a cushion. It protects your bones from grinding against each other. Without healthy cartilage, every step becomes painful. Every movement becomes difficult. And because cartilage has no blood vessels running through it, nutrients cannot reach it through circulation alone. It needs something else. It needs compression. It needs movement. It needs the gentle rhythmic pressure of walking to push nutrients in and waste products out. Like a sponge being squeezed and released, squeezed and released. Sitting still is not resting your joints. It is starving them. Every hour spent sitting without movement, your cartilage is receiving less of what it needs. Over days, months, years, this adds up. Joints stiffen, cartilage thins, pain arrives. And most people blame age. They say, my knees are just getting old, my back is just getting weak. But age is not always the cause. Stillness is. If your knees ache when you stand up after sitting too long, that is not your body failing you. That is your body asking you to move. When you walk 10,000 steps a day, you are feeding your cartilage, keeping your joints lubricated and flexible, giving your spine the movement it was built for. The human body was not designed for a chair. It was designed for the open ground, for hills, for long distances, for movement. Think about how differently your body feels after a long walk compared to a long day of sitting. After sitting, you feel stiff, slow, and heavy. After walking, you feel looser, lighter, and more alive. That difference lives in your cartilage, in your joints, in the fluid that moves through them when you choose to move. If your aches come from stillness, the answer is not more rest. The answer is more movement. Gentle, consistent daily movement. Walk today, not because someone told you to, but because your joints are waiting for it. Lesson 7. Your mind gets sharper, your ideas get better. There is a question that the most successful people in history seemed to understand intuitively long before science could explain it. Why do the best ideas come when you are moving? Not at your desk, not in a meeting room, not staring at a screen, but on a walk, in the middle of a street, on a path through a park, in the space between one place and another. Hear me on this. This pattern is not a coincidence, and it is not unique to you. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, did not teach his students in a classroom. He walked with them. Through the gardens of the Lyceum in Athens, he moved and he thought and he spoke. His students walked beside him. They debated. They questioned. They discovered. His school of philosophy became known as the Peripatetic School. The word peripatetic comes from the Greek word peripatein. It means to walk around. Aristotle believed that the walking mind was the sharpest mind, that movement and thought were not separate activities. They were the same activity happening at the same time. More than 2,000 years later, Steve Jobs believed the same thing. He was known throughout Silicon Valley for his walking meetings. When he had a difficult problem to solve, he left the boardroom. He walked. When he needed an honest conversation with someone, he walked with them. Side by side, moving forward, the ideas came more freely. Research on walking and creative thinking confirms what Aristotle and Jobs already knew. Walking, particularly walking outside, significantly increases what scientists call divergent thinking, the ability to think of many different solutions to a single problem. This type of thinking leads to new ideas, creative breakthroughs, and unexpected answers. Your brain, while walking, is not distracted. It is not scattered. It is in a state of open, relaxed alertness. The kind of state where connections form between ideas that would never meet if you were sitting still, staring at a screen, waiting for inspiration to arrive. Inspiration will not arrive at your desk. It will arrive on your feet. Daniel discovers this in week 4. He has a problem at work he has been thinking about for days. He cannot find the answer. He sits. He stares. He tries harder. Nothing. One morning, he goes for his walk. He is not thinking about work. He is watching the light on the street, feeling the cool air, listening to the sound of the city waking up. And then it comes, clear and simple, the answer he had been looking for. He stops walking. He takes out his phone. He writes it down before it disappears. He stands there on the street and laughs quietly to himself. All that time at the desk, the answer was waiting for him outside. Your best ideas will not come at your desk. They will come on your feet. One step at a time, your body becomes new, and so does your mind. You have come a long way in this lesson, and so has Daniel. By day 30, he is a different person. Not unrecognizable, not magically transformed, but different in the ways that matter most. His heart is stronger, his sleep is deeper, his mind is clearer. His joints feel better than they have in years. He lost weight without suffering. He found ideas he could not find at his desk. He built something he never had before, a habit, a rhythm, a relationship with his own body. No marathon, no gym, no expensive equipment, no complicated plan, just walking every day, 10,000 steps for 30 days. The compound effect of 30 days of consistent walking is not something you see on day 1 or day 5 or even day 10. But by day 30, the evidence is impossible to ignore. Your cardiovascular system is stronger. Your brain chemistry has shifted. Your fat stores have decreased. Your sleep has improved. Your joints are better nourished. Your creativity has expanded. None of these changes happened in a single walk. They happened because of every walk. Because of the decision made on the mornings when it was cold, on the evenings when you were tired, on the days when the couch was calling and you chose the street instead. That is where transformation lives. Not in the dramatic moment, in the quiet, repeated choice. Your heart got stronger. Your brain got sharper. Your body got lighter. Your sleep got deeper. Your ideas got better. Your joints got the movement they had been waiting for. One step at a time, your body becomes new. 30 days from now, you will either be the same person or a different one. The only thing that decides which one is whether you choose to walk. Not tomorrow, not on Monday, not when life gets easier or the weather gets better or the timing feels right. Today. After this video ends, 1 walk, 10,000 steps. Day 1. Keep listening every day. This is how you improve your English. 1 lesson, 1 walk, 1 step at a time. Tell me in the comments, how many steps do you walk today? Be honest. And if you are starting from zero, write that too. Every great habit starts somewhere. Thank you for being here. See you in the next lesson.